Tennessee basketball, when you look at the Vols, Lady Vols, which team do you think should scare their individual sport more at this point?
So Tennessee men open the season tonight against Tennessee Tech at 6:30. Lady Vols open the season tomorrow night. I believe it's Florida A&M. Look, it shouldn't be this way, but not tomorrow night, excuse me. I think it's like Wednesday, or something like that. But no, it is tomorrow. Okay, so I think the men should be scarier this year, honestly. And I think Rick Barnes has reshuffled his personnel. Zakai Ziegler getting healthy will be a huge deal. I think this is going to be it's not the best Tennessee team that Rick Barnes has had. That best team was the one that had Grant Williams and Admiral Schofield and Jordan Bone and all those guys. But it's the one that's best positioned to make a run in the NCAA tournament. And Dave, you know this as well as I do, and college basketball fans need to learn this. There is a difference between being the best team and being the best position to make a deep run in March. Because March is not about who the best team is. It's about who's got the best shooters.
True. I'll say this. This is very difficult for me because I feel like in different ways, both teams' talent or hamstrung. Hendon Hooker should have been on that list, by the way, of most beloved Vols of the most recent generation. But I would say I think they're both hamstrung by their coaching. And I think it's Tennessee's men's basketball team when they get in the tournament. I think it's the Lady Vols kind of sort of throughout, but sometimes it manifests itself in the tournament. I'll say this. If what you believe, and I'm trusting you on this assumption, if what you believe on Rick Barnes, and you pretty much got me won over, so we're at the point where we've got to make preseason picks. So let's do it this way. That Rick Barnes is willing to play a little bit different and a little faster pace and do some different things. I'll say the scarier two teams, the teams that will go deepest in the NCAA tournament of the two, will be the men. I think the men go deeper. I think they're an Elite 8 type of run. I think the ladies are a Sweet 16 type of run. You keep up the ladies closer than me, and we'll have extended lady coverage as we go on with the Lady Vols. But your thoughts? Who goes deeper in the NCAA tournament? Who's a tougher out when they show up on your bracket?
I'm totally with you. It's the men because of Rick Barnes changing up his system. I think Kellie Harper is still far too often and to a fault committed to and this is not a knock on Pat Summitt. This is the way the game should have been played in the 90s, okay? In the 2000s. But she's still committed to the Pat Summitt system, which is length. She wants 2 or 3 6'3", 6'5" players, which men's would be like 6'11", 7'1", I'm talking about out there. And I don't think for former guard, I don't think she is as committed to the guard play the way she needs to be. Now, Jordan Horston, I didn't think was a good fit for Kellie Harper's system, and Jordan Horston is gone now. That's not a knock on Jordan Horston. I just think that Jordan Horston's a slasher, and Kellie Harper does not like slashers. She's basically the best fit for like if John Calipari coached women's basketball. You know, the guard that drives to the basket and kicks it out every time, the dribble drive.
Right.
Yeah, and that's not what Kellie Harper does. So I'm going to be fair this year and see if Harper does play a little bit of inside-out basketball that does work for Tennessee. But I just think I believe Rick Barnes has shown a change in philosophy. I do. I think the way he's put his team together really suggests to me that he is willing to play smaller. It's somewhat begrudgingly. In his press conference, he's like, this is the best shooting team we have. We still got to work on our defense. And you can tell it's like they're still like, oh, work on your defense or something like that. But I do think Rick Barnes is willing to play small. And the telling stat to me is that Zakai Ziegler and Santiago Vescovi have been out during these exhibition games. And Rick Barnes is still playing 4 guards or 4 wing players, 4 guard/wing players on the court, which is 1 true post player. That wasn't the case in years past. I mean, in 2018, 2019, which is the best team Barnes ever coached, maybe the most talented team in Tennessee basketball history that year, Rick Barnes was running Grant Williams, Kyle Alexander, and Admiral Schofield. And Admiral Schofield on any other team would have been a power forward at 6'6", like 260. And he was playing the wing at Tennessee. And so I don't think Barnes is going to be doing that anymore. He's got Josiah Jordan-James playing the post more. And as you know, Dave, you see Josiah, he's definitely a wing build. skinnier, controlled, things like that. And Barnes has him playing the post. And I think, look, that's a big telling point. I don't know if Harper has committed to a change in philosophy the way she should have.
Yep. We'll see.